Hello everybody, this is Sampada Agarwal, CZT, here with you to share some beautiful patterns, some beautiful Zentangle patterns. Hope you are having a wonderful start to the weekend. It's Friday evening and today is the 11th of February. And today we will explore a beautiful tangle called FASSETT, and this is deconstructed by a beautiful CZT and a dear friend by the name Lynn Mead. And so let's first begin the Zentangle, the first step of Zentangle, the gratitude and appreciation. So I'm grateful for knowing people like Lynn, who are so beautiful as people and also wonderful as artists. So I feel fortunate to be part of the Zentangle community, and I appreciate all the work that all the CZTs do to keep the entire CZT community alive and throbbing, and everybody is so wonderful sharing what they know with each other, and I'm very glad to be part of this community originated by Maria Thomas and Rick Roberts. So that's what I'm grateful for today. So as you can see, I have made the 4 corner dots while I was speaking, and I made the border. And now today, since we are exploring Lynn's tangle called FASSETT, let's first create and I'm going to use the entire area here. Maybe, you know what, I will create a smaller area here. See if we can restrict. So this can be our string, so to say, right? So this smaller square in here is what I'm going to aim for to fill it in with the tangle. Let's see what we do of it. If we go over, it's fine too. So I start off with one basic triangle, and then I'm just going to use these same lines to kind of extend a bit. And I'm just going to make another parallel line here, and then again I'm going to twist my and if you were using a tile, you would twist the tile, extend this line, and create another parallel line here. So see, you're just creating these triangles. And similarly for this one here too, I'm going to extend this part and then again create parallel string there. So see how I'm creating these triangles. So this is what I'm doing, right? I'm just creating these parallel lines. I think we have filled in all the spaces here. So essentially we are just making a grid of triangles. So after making this grid, now I will take each triangle and then draw what we call an echo. An echo is nothing but a repetition of that same line. You just echo it, so you just repeat it essentially. So this line, we are creating an echo of that line. similarly we are creating an echo of this line, and again we are creating the echo of this line, right? So essentially we are just creating smaller and smaller triangles inside. So I'm just going in and creating 2 triangles. We can always add more if we want to make that smaller. We can do that too. For now, let's just keep it to 2 layers. Okay. All right. So we just go ahead and fill this all in. Right? So we're doing the same thing, echoing and then echoing again. Similarly, echoing and then echoing again. We keep doing that for all the triangles that we see. We can do something else with the ones that are incomplete if we so want, or we could just go ahead and finish them to the best of our abilities, like so. Okay, and once we are done with this, now comes the real fun part, because the fun part is what completely transforms the tangle. And when I say that, I am not exaggerating. You will see it. So here we see we have these triangles with smaller triangles going in, right? That's what this tangle at this moment looks like. Okay, I think we have filled in everything. So now the next step, what we are going to do is, see this inner triangle? I can even draw a smaller, but this is too small, so that's fine. We don't need to do that. We just go ahead and fill the whole thing in. So we fill the innermost smallest triangle that we have drawn in each of these triangles, and then all we are doing is we are going to connect all these points. Okay, and we are going to do this everywhere. So again we will fill this in, and again take your time. There is no rush. We just go ahead and connect all these dots, all the corners of the triangle, right? So once you fill this innermost in, you connect these corners together. Again, we fill this in, and then we connect these triangles, and you will see completely different tangle surface. It almost looks magical. That is the magic of Zentangle, because the pattern themselves are very easy to draw, but the end result looks so complicated. Makes the viewer wonder how we even started. And that's what is the USP of Zentangle, because anything is possible one stroke at a time. And this indeed cannot be more evident than with this tangle. Do you see how completely transformed this pattern became? Right? We started off with triangles and we don't even see the triangles anymore. All you see are these beautiful petally flowers. You can see them transform into petals, right? And that is why I feel what Lynn has done here is magical. Lynn and so many more accomplished CZTs who with their creativity have opened such creative doors for you and me. Right? So this is what I'm doing with FASSETT. So this is the tangle FASSETT. And I'm going to try to fill in and finish as many of these triangles as I possibly can. Right, so now we're just left with this part here. So let's fill this in. Let's fill this in, this one in. So we just connect as many of the points as are visible. The ones that are not, we just leave them be. Right. So this is FASSETT. Maybe I could add this, and that's pretty much it. This is the tangle, right? And now what we could do is to kind of add a little variety to it, because this is such a, or at least it looks like it's a geometrical tangle. So I'm just going to add a smattering of TIPPLE. TIPPLE is our favorite, right? When in doubt, draw some orbs, right? So we could just go ahead and throw in a little bit of TIPPLE here and there, just to kind of give it a little variety and oomph. We have a huge repertoire of tangles, and since the past 10 days, this is the 11th day, we have been exploring a lot of these tangles. So feel free to pick one out from the list that you have and stick in whatever you want in here, right? And as far as shading this tangle is concerned, the easiest way is to just highlight these mid points, and we could just go ahead and shade it that way. That would be just fine. Right. So this is facet. And you don't have to feel compelled to make a grid of triangles, by the way. We could easily make these into some pretty random triangles, you know. So I could very well have done just random triangles like this without giving any regard to a grid or anything, and that is fine too. So you could easily fit facet into such a group, and again you would do the same thing. You would echo and create these smaller triangles in there, fill the smallest one in, and then connect the points to magically transform it into these kind of petally design, right? So this is just demystifying. So that is what we do with tangles. We deconstruct them so that, because we are surrounded by so many patterns everywhere, right? So all we are doing here is we are making it easier to draw them. So we demystify, deconstruct, make some very simple steps, and there you go. See how easy it is to create sorry this tangle. So similarly, we can also go ahead and shade our tipple if you so desire, and we could even just go ahead and give this a little bit of a shadow or a background or whatever. So I'm sorry. So there you go. I'm just, and also at times, you know, this blending stump that you're using can itself become, I mean, it has got a lot of graphite on it. See how much graphite it has. So an easy way to clean it up is you could just take some sandpaper and I just rub on it, and this is the easiest way to first clean it, and in the process you also sharpen it. So this is a great way to sharpen and clean your blending stump. Okay, so there we go. We have finished our tangle for the day, and I'm going to sign. I've already put the date and the tangle down. I'm also going to add tipple because we added tipple as well. This is by Zentangle. So there we go. This is today's tangling work. So hope you are enjoying these sessions, and we will meet again tomorrow. And thank you again for joining. I admire your persistence, and a little practice every day can really do wonders. Thank you so much. Namaste.